Once upon a time, in the distant past, after Star Wars, but somehow all the technology got a lot worse. There was no America, no United States or president. There was only Great Britain and its king. The king controlled everything and everyone. But some people wanted a say in what happened, so they left the king's land to create a democratic republic. This is a democracy where the people chose representatives to make their rules instead of one king they never wanted that controlled everything. Articles of Confederation to the Constitution. The first set of rules that were created were called the Articles of Confederation. There are many holes in the Articles of Confederation. They couldn't tax the states. The states could have their own currency, which made the economy bad. Shays' Rebellion helped prove that it couldn't survive without a national army. The states were more like 13 independent nations instead of a United States. So the states came together to have a constitutional convention and create new rules. The first plan was the New Jersey plan. It was set up so one vote will be allowed to each state during federal legislation. Larger states felt they deserved more power because they had more people. Thus came the Virginia plan. It supported a strong national government. All federal legislation representation will be determined by a state's population. Unfair to smaller states because they were always outnumbered in the voting due to their smaller populations. Then came the Great Compromise, otherwise known as the Connecticut Plan. This plan was perfectly suited, or at least came to a compromise. It was a bicameral legislative branch, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. The House of Representatives state representation is determined by state population. The Senate state representation is equal, 2 senators per state. The only way the Great Compromise would be accepted is if a Bill of Rights were added to the Constitution being drafted, which guarantees basic human rights to all citizens. One difference between Great Britain and America is the system of federalism, where instead of all government authority being held by the national government or the king, concurrent powers are shared by national and state government. There were those that supported federalism, Federalists with their Federalist Papers to persuade anti-Federalists, those who are opposed to federalism. However, each level of government had their own powers. National government had their own enumerated powers, and state governments had their own reserve powers. Each level of government was split into 3 branches: legislative branch to make laws, executive branch to enforce laws, and judicial branch to interpret laws. This creates a system of checks and balances. Bye.